I think the two coolest things, well, actually three. Number one is meeting your community IRL because you never know how they will react to your IRL. You never know, if they will be cool about it, how it's gonna go. And so far, it was amazing experience. Number two is making new friends, which is pretty difficult because again, you'll have to come up to strangers and like ask what they're doing and explain what you're doing, and hopefully they will understand what games you're playing. And when you say I play Gacha games, they're like not say, oh, I know Genshin, that's the only game, right? Yeah, and the third thing is to meet huge streamers because I was lucky enough to meet Oldsdarva, who is also streaming right now, Dead by Daylight. He's amazing streamer. I highly recommend him. I think like majority know him already, but he has like very good professional ethics. I think which should be like a standard. I think in streaming, like no drama, just pure gaming and having fun. I met Nyanners, I met Matara,
Wow.
I met Silvervale, and they were all absolutely awesome to chat to, even like for a couple of seconds. So that was an amazing experience. Yeah.
That's amazing. That is always the part that is almost scary to me because I feel like a very small bean right now. Like I said, I was freaking out when you even responded with any interest to getting interviewed. Like you have no idea. I've tried to play it very cool, but this is such a huge deal. You don't understand what this interview means, especially as somebody who again I was looking up to when I started my journey. To be here and having this interview is amazing. And the idea of going to a convention and like meeting these people and I don't know, it is that weird almost starstruck nature of like I'm in the
Mhm.
same vicinity as these people that I look up to or that are absolutely rocking it out that I would like to be more like. So I think that's very fun, but it would also be rather intimidating.
Yeah, absolutely, because you are scared not to say anything stupid, which I totally did. Yeah, because I can tell a small story how I met Silverwell. I was just walking like in the hallway, and someone like screamed, "Oh, nice cosplay!" to me, and I was like, "Oh, yours too!" And it was a very beautiful girl, and the cosplay was Silverwell, and I ran to her like to exchange contacts, etc. And I keep staring at her badge. And if you know, like the badges, they're usually on the neck, and it's usually like around your chest area. You have the badge itself. So I keep staring at this girl's boobs, and I cannot see her badge. And I was like, "Where's the badge?" And then I realized that okay, this is a girl in a silver whale cosplay, without the badge, surrounded by a lot of people. I think it might be Silverwhale herself. And I'm like, are you Silverwhale? And she's like, yes, I am. You know who I am? And I was like, of course. So yeah, I was freaking out, but she was super nice and cool about it.
That's amazing. That's so cool. So when you were talking about exchanging contacts, I did
Mm,
want to ask about that. Do you have like a business card?
yeah,
How do you...
yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah, usually it's actually a pretty cool idea to have a business card with you, like to with your Twitch handle, so that you can exchange it with others. Plus, you can show your VTuber format in this way, how you look like online. And yeah, it's many VTubers started doing that. Like with the second TwitchCon to which I went to, many more had their cards with them.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that is what Kaviri did, was he sent me a picture of your business card and
Mm-hmm.
was like, you should check her out. And I was like, all right, sounds good. But I just love that because that, I don't know, there used to be this idea that like VTubing was very non-serious. And so the idea of finding a VTuber through a business card makes it feel a lot more official and like, no, I'm serious. This is my information if you'd like to check it out. Absolutely.
Yeah. And you can like write like games in there so that they will like remember you. Okay, that's the person who plays this game, or this that's the person who specializes in this, so that it will give them more information about you.
That's a really good idea. I
Hmm.
was going to have my wife design mine, honestly. I told you earlier, but I have no like artistic knowledge or anything, so I was just like, my love, will you make a business card for me?
I designed my own cards recently, but I usually just use the art that I commissioned previously for it, so that it will look at least a little bit nicer.
Gotta have the good first impression.
Yeah.
So you brought up Gotcha, and people were like, "Oh, Genshin Impact."
Mm,
What would you say, like, what gachas have you enjoyed recently, and what would you
mm.
recommend to somebody who has limited gacha
Mhm.
experience?
I think at the moment my two favorite games are Arknights Enfield, and also Arknights Enfield was released like recently, a couple of months ago. So it's pretty good time like to start the game if you're really into, if you want to try the Gacha games. So I highly recommend that one. And the second place would probably go to Zenless Zone Zero, which I've been playing for already, I think, almost 2 years. It's a great game. On the internet, it's kind of called Gunner game. But well, mostly because the design of the some characters are pretty revealing. But I would say like don't buy into it. It's amazing. Try it out. It's just like again, Twitter drama, Twitter comments. There is so much more to this game than just the jiggles. But a little bit of a disclaimer for those who are not familiar with the gacha mechanics. It is the game where you can spend real money, so please be very careful about it. Remember to just enjoy the game, try to play as much free to play as possible, and remember that every single character will get power creep sooner or later. So, yeah, don't overspend in them.
That's fascinating. I didn't know Arknights was gacha. I'd heard people talk about
Yep,
it, but I haven't looked into it at all. So I had no idea there was gacha mechanics in it or
yep.
interesting. I have looked at Zenless Zone Zero. I actually downloaded it. I rated into your streams a couple times, and you looked like you're having such a
Mm,
good time. I downloaded it,
mm,
and I think I started the game, like made an account, and I have not touched it just because it's always somewhat intimidating to jump into a well-established gacha because you have
mhm.
no idea what you're doing, and you're getting like the
Mhm.
first couple characters, and there's already a meta set, and people are
Yeah.
already they have all their favorite people or the best characters, and I'm just like looking at things like that's a pretty flower. What am I doing again?
Yeah, with the gacha games, usually it's better to start when the game is just released. Like as I said with Arknights Enfield at the moment, so that you'll be able to catch up with everything that is going on. Second recommendation, I would say before deciding to play the gacha for a long time or not, play at least 4 hours to understand it, because sometimes at the game they give like very long tutorials, very long exposition of the story, and you kind of like, I don't know if I like this game. After 4 hours, you will kind of understand it. And what was the last one? Oh, and also the story usually in the game is the best for the first year because they try to catch you as a player as much as possible. So if you really want to play a high quality gacha, I would suggest to play just the first season of Honkai Star Rail. Because the beginning of the Honkai Star Rail is probably the best gacha beginning of all times. It just captures you, grabs you into this whole world, and it's freaking amazing. After that, it gets complicated, but the first season was absolutely worth it. And in terms of pulling for characters, I would suggest avoid meta. If you want to be a free to play player, avoid like clearing everything 100%. Just don't think about it. That's how I play in Genshin for the at the moment. For example, I still get into the game from time to time, but I don't aim for like clearing everything because I know that I don't have money to pull even more in Genshin.
That's fair. Lirio just said it in chat, but Honkai Star Rail is what got me hooked. That is me and Lirio got into it about the same time. That is the very first gacha I ever played was HSR,
Mm,
and then I've only played like Lost Sword and there was one other, the Nikkei, I think is the other one that I played.
which one? The Jiggly or the dress up?
Oh, sorry, the Jiggly, the Nikkei Goddess of
Mm.
Victory or whatever.
Yeah, that one is also pretty cool.
I've heard good stuff about the dress up one, and I'm pretty sure I have it downloaded on my PlayStation, but I
Oh,
haven't gotten
they
into
had
it.
so much drama. Like
Really?
it was good at the start, but then something happened and they changed the monetization mechanic and they became very predatory. The game started glitching a lot, so yeah, problematic. Gotcha.
Interesting. See, that's the thing is I don't keep up with a lot of drama stuff, so I'm just over here playing my game, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna look up something about the game, and I'm like, everything's on fire.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Or like I'll see like, oh, this was a fun little when they do their banners and their random little events. I'm like, oh, this was really fun. Then I get online, everyone's like, this sucked. I hated it. This was stupid. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had a
yeah,
good
yeah.
time.
Exactly, exactly. Like, oh, this character design, this is in Zenless on Zero, for example. Whenever a new character is released, everyone's like, the game is not the same as it was. Horrible. Look, well, look how they dropped. And I'm like, that's very, pretty similar to what they did before. It's a pretty nice design. I don't know what they're talking about.
So Gotcha also falls prey to Gen 1 Pokemon strats too. Like, oh, everything sucks after the first drop.